In NCAA 13, it's a little bit more difficult to get heat off of two different sides of the line of scrimmage for two reasons, really. One is that you have the psychic offensive line in which the tackles typically swing to the side of the pressure and pick up the heat. So what happens is when you're bringing the same look and you go ahead and you set up a balanced blitz, so say like the popular way to bring heat in Madden was to do something like this and just bring double B gap pressure, and then you would zone or contain out the opposite side and cover. You know, you would either do something like this or you would zone out and do something like this. So that's the way heat worked in Madden 12. But with only 3 rushers this year in NCAA, the tackles typically swing over to the side of the heat. So what I'm saying is it's pretty difficult to set up a look in which you could bring only 3 or 4 guys and get pressure off of both sides. But when you look at the 4-3 under, and the play that we're going to run is the strong safety snake 3, I'm going to show you a way that you can generate heat sending only about 4 guys, 5 guys tops against whatever formation you want with the same pre-snap read. Now the first look we're going to get is right B gap heat, meaning we're going to bring this strong safety pouring through the B gap. And the setup is actually pretty simple. First we go ahead and man a line, which takes this guy over and puts him on this side regardless of whether there's trips or not. And then what we do is we contain both the left side linemen. Remember that until the patch contains on this side, we'll go to the inside, which is why we're going to contain him here. After the patch, it'll work a little bit differently, and I'll do a video on how to do that. And you stack this linebacker directly over the center, and you reblitz the D tackle. So really on this play, we're only sending 5 guys total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you go ahead and you leave this strong safety right here. And what's going to happen is when you snap, the left strong safety comes through the B gap. See, right there's the perfect example of the psychic defensive or offensive tackle as he slides over to pick up the heat on the backside. And the fix is actually pretty simple. What you need to do to keep that guy from doing that is you need to place the strong safety depending on his speed and acceleration in a different spot on the field. So we place our pre-snap look looks like this, and what's happening is he's getting there too quick. So we just go ahead and back him up a little bit, and the heat works like this. There, that time the tackle pays no attention. So all we did is, since we had a fast, strong safety, we backed him up about a half a yard, and it generated the heat. Now what's going to happen is the offense is going to key in on this look, and they're going to start blocking the running back to pick up that B gap. So what we're going to do is we'll do the same look, except we can bring heat from this side simply by crashing the line down, and instead of leaving the middle linebacker on his blitz angle, we re-blitz him over the center, and then you can contain the backside end. So this looks a little bit like the 4-2-5 defense that I ran in Madden 12 off the right edge, except we're doing it off of the left edge. And what's going to happen is these linemen will slide to the inside to pick up these 3 players, allowing this player to come off the edge. And then what we have on this side is this defensive end is going to contain to occupy the right tackle, and you can place the strong safety in anything you want, really. I spy him simply so he goes to the middle of the field where this linebacker's blitzing, so it deters your opponent from hot throwing the ball over the middle because he sees the middle linebacker blitzing, so he figures, okay, a quick drag over the middle. But instead, this strong safety, instead of blitzing, will go ahead and slide over the middle and take away that look. So all the zones underneath are adjustable. Do what you want with that, but the heat looks like this. We have the running back blocking to pick up the would-be strong safety, except we're bringing it off the opposite edge. And the left end comes in. all at the same pre-snap read for the offense, that is. Top-down view, same look. We have this player dropping into a zone. This player's basically rushing down at 45-degree angle. This player's rushing down at a 45-degree angle. This player is going to try to cover the center, and this linebacker is going to try to blitz the A-gap, which causes the offensive tackle to slide inside. Front side guard can't get over. Running back doesn't see the guy coming off the backside edge. And the strong safety slides over the middle to keep players from throwing a quick drag. So our spacing is actually very, very good on defense. Lots of moving parts, confuses the offense. And better yet, this is a zone defense. A lot of people are running man coverage early in Madden 13, or I'm sorry, NCAA 13, because with the face throws essentially gone, and for the record, they're not really gone. It just requires a little bit more user control. It doesn't require a lot. If you practice it, you'll get it down. But with the user face throws gone, for the most part, for most players, man coverage is really dominating earlier. I'm seeing a lot of tips out there, you know, complaining about how good man coverage is. And to be honest with you, you better get used to it, because everything I'm hearing about Madden 13 is that, you know, these DBs in the pros are obviously a lot better than the DBs in college. So to have a zone look to mix in with the man coverage that people already struggle with, it's really, really nice. Mainly because people get so used to having guys in man coverage that when you throw in a zone, maybe that quick slant that they've been trying to throwing against man coverage will be picked off because you have somebody dropping into a zone over the middle. So this is a nice zone blitzing scheme to mix in, and it's all really the same look. You can just place this linebacker over here over the left edge, and just place the guys, the middle linebacker over the center. Strong safety outside the tackle and about 3 yards off the line. And the heat is really simple. So again, there comes the heat, and the strong safety is picked up, but like I said, we'll go back and fix that by simply backing him up. Contain, reblitz, leaving the strong safety here, and this time nobody's there to pick him up. And then again, the opposite edge, we simply crash down, reblitz the middle linebacker, contain. This is my favorite setup for this look. And running back will not be able to pick it up. There, actually, the tackle does a good job. We'll show you. And that's basically because, as you can tell, the middle linebacker is not stacked down behind that D tackle. So go ahead and show you that. These are the little mistakes that you can make when setting these up. So I'm glad that when I go through these live with you, yeah, sometimes I mess up a setup, but we can go ahead and rectify the situation by simply explaining what I did wrong and going over it. Because ultimately, the most questions I get are, I'm struggling with the setup, or, how do I get this heat? I set it up the same way as you, but it doesn't come in. Questions like that. So, if the tackle is sliding over to pick up the right strong safety, back up the strong safety. If the tackle is recovering and picking up the left end, bring the middle linebacker closer. It's really that simple. So, last time he was too far away. This time we move him closer, and we miss the sack, but the tackle cannot pick up the blitzing in. So those are the two main issues you're going to run into with this blitz scheme. Just make sure that you get your placement of these players just right, about right here with the strong safety. This controller is brutal. I'll never spend 20 bucks on a controller again. And this linebacker needs to be about right here. And you should never have problems with this blitz scheme. So there it is again. Backed up just far enough, and we're missing sacks left and right now, but that's another part of NCAA. So especially with a guy like Denard Robinson. But even though he breaks the sack, we still have pretty good coverage on the field, good spacing. Had a hot throw to the running back there, but we actually did not man a line pre-snap. If we do that, instead of this player running all the way across the field, he would already be over there on that side. So go ahead and take this play to the lab. There's a lot of little intricate setups you can do. Man a line, no man a line. Really confuse your opponent with the man lock, but having a nice zone blitzing concept behind it. So take a look at this play. It's a strong safety snake 3 out of the 4-3 under. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line in my email. It's Zan@forwardprogressmadden. I'm sorry, it's forwardprogressmadden@gmail.com or Zan71789 @hotmail.com. And you can also drop a line in the comment box, or feel free to hit me up on any of the forums I post at, so I can help you fix the defense. Because honestly, defense is tougher this year. People are saying, you know, I'm struggling with this setup. Can you help me? I think I'm running this the same way you do. Can you help me? And the fixes are really, really, really easy to identify to somebody like me who created the defense, you know. So defense is harder in a sense that you got more intricate setups this year. So the finest little error will make a difference this year. So hit me up and we'll go ahead and fix those. Until then, take this to the lab, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks, guys.